The 8.7 update will bring the British self-propelled guns, the map called Severogorsk, the Soviet light tank MT-25, and the new German premium TD, the E-25. We will tell you about this and lots of other things in our review. The British SPG branch will be added into the game. It begins with the Lloyd gun carriage. Its damage and penetration values are typical for a Tier 2 artillery piece. But the horizontal gun traverse arc is excellent. The high speed of the vehicle is another advantage. The Sexton II. Similar to the American Priest, but its smaller caliber gun has a faster rate of fire. The next vehicle is the Birch gun. This turreted SPG can rotate its weapon a full 360 degrees. The closest analog is the Su-26, but the higher tier gives the British machine an advantage in speed, view range, and damage. The Bishop. This self-propelled gun is based on the Valentine. Its hull still has recognizable features from the prototype. The vehicle has much better armor than the other Tier 5 self-propelled guns. It also has an excellent rate of fire. The Tier 6 SPG, the FV-304, is also based on a light tank. It is one of the fastest vehicles in the game. The weapon has poor range, but its high trajectory is a big advantage. The Crusader 5.5IN SP. British engineers designed this SPG with the gun facing to the rear. That's why in our game it moves faster backward than forward. The Crusader 5.5IN SP has the highest reverse speed among all the vehicles in World of Tanks. From Tier 8, the British self-propelled guns are giant machines with good mobility and great horizontal gun traverse arcs. The Conqueror gun carriage is the top vehicle of the branch. For an SPG, it has excellent frontal armor. Its weapon is similar to the gun of the T-92, but the British piece has a more favorable shell trajectory. You may think that the game already has artillery for every taste, but these new SPGs bring something new to the mix. These vehicles bear no resemblance to other SPGs. They are shining examples of British individuality. Besides the new artillery, one more unusual vehicle will be introduced, the premium German Tier 7 TD, the E-25. The characteristics of this vehicle are different from any other tank destroyer. Its height is extremely low, only a little higher than the ELC AMX. The high speed and great acceleration speed, the E-25 is able to run from the heavy and medium tanks. Not even all light tanks can catch it. It is agile enough to perform the carousel against a heavy tank. The weapon of the E-25 deals low damage and doesn't have good armor penetration. But this is compensated for by a high rate of fire and good accuracy. As a result, the vehicle is great for a dynamic playstyle. This mixture of characteristics doesn't require skills to perform effectively. At the same time, a skilled player can use the full potential of the E-25. Also, a new Soviet Tier 6 light tank, the MT-25, will be added. It will replace the T-52. These vehicles have the same characteristics. The same maximum speed, maneuverability, and weapon. The main difference between the tanks is weight, with the MT-25 being heavier. That's why its acceleration is lower than that of the T-52. The greater weight does give it a bonus for ramming, however. A new map called Severogorsk will be added. It's a snow-covered military town somewhere in northern Russia. This is an open-type map with a city in the center. The buildings can't be destroyed, so they provide great cover. The city is divided into two parts by the deep, dry riverbed. It crosses diagonally through the whole map. There are hills near both bases, from where players can control the central part of the map. You can also observe the enemy base from there. That's why there is an active skirmish on Severogorsk almost from the beginning. If you hold position on the hill, however, you should keep in mind that you are an easy target for enemy artillery. This is an open-type map, but there is a lot of cover to be found, such as buildings, stones, and the landscape. The dry riverbed, for example, can hide you from enemy artillery. All in all, the map provides a lot of tactical options and promotes action. The main thing is not letting enemies close in on the base of your hill. Here, safe from artillery, they can turn the tide in their favor. 2 maps were remade with new graphics. The following changes were made to the map port. Hills in the center became higher. Now they provide reliable artillery cover. There are also fewer cars on the railway. This will allow you to better size up the situation. The landscape in the lower right corner of the map was also changed. As a result, the map is now more enjoyable to play. There is now more greenery along the road from the lower base to the city on highway. The road itself is higher, so it's harder to spot assaulting tanks. Some new houses were added. You can use them as temporary cover. You may not be able to stay there for long though, because they can be destroyed. This completes our review, and we'll see you again in the next update. Good luck on the battlefield!